Alright, we live.
Alright, Shalom. First, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect out there. You know, hey, through the Spirit, man. Alright. Through the Spirit, man. We just, you know, we out here once again. Oh, actually, give me Jeremiah 28 today. You know, once again to prophesy the downfall of this kingdom. Okay, which, you know, we come in here day in and day out to do the same thing over and over again, but hey, the words of truth, when the words in which we're speaking, they're coming to pass. All right, and those with eyes to see and ears to hear, they can attest to that. All right.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that had been before me and before thee of old.
So the prophets, like before Jeremiah, all right, and the prophets before us, all right. Keep going.
And before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
And that's what we come out here to do. You see those people in those churches who call themselves pastors, they don't do what the prophets did. All right, they don't follow the pattern of the ancient prophets. All right, the true prophets of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai are going to be doing that, prophesying against wicked kingdoms like this one. All right. The daughter of Babylon, okay, against of war, of evil, and of pestilence. All right, and we constantly do videos. We constantly warn the sheep about these things to come. All right, World War III, okay, the martial law, the nuclear missiles. All right, the pestilence and diseases that's going to be out here. That's constantly what we warn our people about. Jacob's trouble. Okay, but do they listen? No. Whether they will hear or forbid, we still got to do our job. Okay. You know, and like the scriptures say, man, hey, it may seem like not a lot of people are listening, but that's fine. All right, this isn't for the masses. Okay, this is only for the elect. That's why the Lord said what? He will make us fishers of men. Okay, when you're fishing, you have a certain kind of bait for a certain kind of fish. All right, and then you drop it in there. So we're fishing for the elect. That's a specific kind of fish. And the Lord made it easy for us to the point where we don't have to worry about gathering the whole nation. All we got to do is just push the word out there. You know, like Paul said, you know, he roughly paraphrasing, he planted, Apollos watered, but the Most High gave the increase. Okay, so we don't have to worry about whether they agree with the message or not. We don't care about that, man. All right, we don't care about you not repenting because you love pork so much. If you ain't gonna get it, you ain't gonna get it, man. There's nothing we can do to change your mind. We give the message, and then the Spirit of the Lord does the rest. Okay.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, verse 1. The hand of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord Yahweh and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry.
And that represents the nation of Israel. Okay, because at one point that spiritually represented us, because at one point we were dry. All right, we had no knowledge, we had no Jeremiah 17:4. All right, we had no knowledge of who we were. We lost our heritage. All right, we didn't know who our power was. Why? Because of slavery. Okay, through the slavery and captivity that Esau put on our people. Okay, messed up our people, beat all the knowledge that we had out of us. We became as dry bones. Okay, no life was in us. We were just empty. All right.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. It says, "And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee."
That's what happened to our people, man. All right, we discontinue from our heritage. So at one point, even now today, people don't know that they're Israelites. You know, but at one point we didn't know who we were. Okay, we were calling ourselves blacks. All right, Negroes. You know, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans. All these are terms that were invented, all right, by the so-called white man, these Edomites, all right, to put on our people. That wasn't our nationality. That wasn't our heritage. Because black is what? Soul food, fried chicken, watermelons. Okay, you know what I mean? Hip hop, all this extra stuff. But when you call yourself an Israelite, that comes with the law, statutes, and commandments. All right, that comes with the heritage. That comes with Moses being part of our people, King David. All right, the Most High, Yahweh Shai, all of that. All right, that's what comes with being an Israelite. You got to carry yourself a certain kind of way. Okay, But we lost that.
It says, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
All right, and we didn't know. Hey, we were taken off the west coast of Africa, all right, and brought over here against our will, okay? And we served captivity against our enemies, man. All right, the so-called white man, that devil, which he is a devil because he deceived the world, he deceived our people, all right? But they would have it to where they would have our women and our children on oxygen blocks, all right, selling us as though we weren't even human, you know? They treated us inhumane. And they justified it by telling themselves that we weren't human. You know? We weren't human, so it's okay to sell us. It's okay to kill us. It's okay to do all the wickedness that they did. Okay? We were just considered animals. You know, property. That's what we were. You know? We were considered property, man. And that's why they did what they did, man. Here it is. They have a mother and her daughter, and they say, nah, I don't want the mother. I just want to buy the daughter. You know? So they just leave the mother, and then they be crying like, yo, just buy me at least with my daughter so we can stay together. So here it is, you in one land, you don't know where your family is, you don't know where your wife is. They all sold to different areas, you know.
It says, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
And that is why we went through what we went through. Okay, because we upset the Lord, man. We pissed off the Lord. We wronged the Most High, who had never wronged us. Okay, and so we had to pay the consequences, man. Micah 7 and 9. 7 and 6, right about there. You know, and that shows you why this so-called white man is the devil, man. But when we bring it out, we're the demons. We get demonized. You know, when all we're bringing out is the fact of what he did to our people, man, and what he continues to do to our people. You know,
it's the book of Micah, chapter 7, verse 9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness.
That's right. Okay, and that's why we went through what we went through, man, because we had to bear the indignation of the Lord. We upset the Lord, we pissed the Lord off. Okay, so we had to bear the anger of the Most High, man. Just like when you're a child and you disobey your parents, your parents will punish you. What happened?
I got a spank.
Exactly. You get spanked. You know.
So I was spanking, and I knew not to do that again.
That's it.
But I see you out here, brothers, and I appreciate you and everything. Right about now, representing it. Go there. Because I've seen you before. You got me on video.
Yeah, you've been here before.
Yes, I have. But I love you, and I represent you 100%. I'm gonna go and say my piece while I go.
May the Most High, may the Most High bless you. You know, may the Most High bless you, man. And you know, Lord willing, He can deliver you in the times to come.
Look,
okay.
No disrespect. I know you have grace and everything. I just thank you.
That's it. That's the spirit. You know. So hey, you know, and that's the balance. You know, and it shows you how the Lord works. Because here it is, we give it an analogy. The Lord just confirmed it right there. You know, and slavery and all the captivity we went through was a spanking that the Lord put on our people. But guess what? In this day and age, only the elect, all right, learn from that, all right, and we're coming back to the Lord. The rest of our people, they don't care. Get me Isaiah, I believe the first chapter. Okay, they don't care, man. Our people, you whooping their ass, and they got to the point where it's like they develop immunity, you know. So the harder you beat them, the more wickedness they commit, you know.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider.
Yeah, so even an animal like an ass or donkey, which that's why they get the term dumbass from, all right, they know their owners. They know where to go. They know what's right, all right, and right for them. But Israel, the Lord's people, they don't know. They don't consider, you know. They don't sit back and think, hold on, why is it that this is happening to us? Let's actually listen to what those men are saying, all right, because they're actually reading out the Bible that we claim to believe in. Let's actually listen to a couple of words that they're saying and see what it is they're actually talking about, you know, because they're clearly not crazy. They're out here just every week they're out here preaching out the Bible, bringing out history, bringing out all these different things. I've never heard this in the church before. Let me see what they're talking about. But our people don't consider. They don't consider why they're in such conditions that they've been in. They don't consider why they went to slavery. You know, they don't consider why they're the only people without a nationality. You know, why they're the only people without a land. You're in the land of your captivity. You were brought here. This is in your homeland. And then you try to go back, which our people think they're so deep. They try to go back. They're talking about we're going to go back to Africa. That's not your homeland either. People don't understand migration. All right, people move from one location to another. That doesn't mean that they are the inhabitants of that, or they are the aborigines of that land. Okay, so if I move from Africa, all right, to Europe, and then you come and meet me in Europe, that doesn't mean I'm European. That just means I moved to Europe. You know.
Continuing Isaiah, verse 4, it says, "Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, they have forsaken the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai."
That's right.
They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger.
And hey, man, the Most High, like I said, man, the Most High never did anything bad to us. He's our power, man, and we broke the contract. Okay, but our people, wickedness, seed of evildoers, time and time and again. In the time of Moses, in the time of Noah, all right, in the time of Yahushai. In today's day and age, it's the same thing. That's why it says a seed of evildoers, because the seed produces the tree, which bears the fruit, which has the seed in it, which the cycle continues again and again and again. So if the seed is corrupted, then the fruit in the tree is going to be corrupt. Okay?
Yeah, like you said, even the times of Paul, when he was teaching, even in the churches, it was corrupt people and evildoers in there. Just like today. It says they're going away backward.
They're going away backward. Okay? So here it is. Our people stop doing righteousness, all right, and started going into wickedness. They started going backwards. You know? Reverse. All right? Reverse from being a holy people, man. Reverse from what the Lord told us to do.
Verse 5, it says, "Why should ye be stricken anymore?
Huh? Why should the Lord beat you? Why should the Lord discipline you?
You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart faint."
Exactly, man. You're going to revolt more and more. The more, see, if you notice, throughout captivity, our people got worse and worse and worse. To the point where we're in the worst captivity, but our people are in the worst condition. Okay? Because you revolt more and more and more to the point where the Lord is like, you know what? There's no point in beating you. The whole head is sick. Okay? There's no point in disciplining you anymore. You're not going to understand. You're only going to wax worse and worse. Okay? That's like the you getting bit by a snake, all right? And then the venom spreads throughout the majority of your body. Ain't no what more can I do for you? You know? It's too late. You're just gonna get worse and worse and worse. You're gonna die ultimately. So the Most High is gonna have mercy, all right? Like he says, have mercy on Jacob or on Israel, okay, and destroy them. All right? That is mercy. Because that's giving you a second chance to be righteous. Okay? The Most High could have easily said, you know what? I'm just gonna deliver my elect, and I'm gonna leave you. I'm gonna leave the rest of you nations, the rest of the nation of Israel. You know, but he said what? He's gonna have mercy, and through his elect, the nation, even those that were wicked, are gonna come back, and they're still gonna get the kingdom. All right, they're still gonna be in rulership. Okay.
Back to the book of Ezekiel 37, continuing at verse 3, it says, "And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live?"
Son of man, can these bones live? Because the condition in which our people are in, it's like, man, these people are such a destroyed people. Is it even possible for them to come back?
It says, "And I answered, O Lord, my power, thou knowest." Again he said unto me, "Prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh."
That's right. All you dry bones hear the word of the Lord Yahweh, and that's what we've been doing, man. We were prophesying unto our people, which were in the state, which were in that state, that condition. All right, the condition of the dry bones, started with the elders and apostles, which is how brothers woke up and woke up other brothers. Okay, because it's gonna tell you what happens after he prophesied onto the dry bones.
He says, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, thy power unto these bones. Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you.
Breath, all right? You're going into wisdom. When you go into wisdom of Solomon, it tells you wisdom is the breath of God. Okay? So he's going to cause that wisdom to come back into you, cause that knowledge to come back into you. All right? Which our people right here now walking past us, man, they're in that state of that dry bones. You know?
It says, and ye shall live.
And they shall live. Give me real quick, Proverbs 21 and 16. You know, and ye shall live. Okay? Because really without this law, statutes, and commandments, we're not living. All right? We're not living. Okay? Our people are just they're really just dead. All right? They're zombies just walking around, man.
There's a book of Proverbs chapter 21 verse 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Okay, so like he said, man, the breath of wisdom so that you can live. Because if you don't have, like it says, the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. All right, if you don't have the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, you're dead. The scriptures talk about boy, I forgot what the way it goes, but it basically says he's dead while he's living. Yeah, you know? So that's what it goes into, Shalom. You know? Hey, but our people are waking up to the fact, man, because they're seeing that these things that we're saying that come to pass more and more and more. These prophecies and these things, now it's not crazy anymore, you know? Because now they can see it, which America is based on seeing is believing. All right, so now that they're seeing it, they're like, oh shoot, you know, we thought these guys were crazy. We thought they were saying all these crazy things, but these crazy things they're saying are actually happening. The world is not a safe place anymore. You know, all you're hearing about is disasters, wars, rumors of wars. Okay, it's all in preparation for the collapse of this man's kingdom, and this is gonna come down hard, man. Like they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Well, this man's pride is all the way up there, and so when it comes down, it's gonna come down hard, man.
Just to add on too, a lot of people in the world, especially in America today, are living in a world of uncertainty, man. You know, a lot of people are afraid of the future because they don't know what's going to happen. Okay? And it's going to get worse and worse because we're telling you what's going to happen through the Spirit power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. But you guys want to see to believe, but it's going to be too late at that point, like the brother said. Okay? You're looking at something about Trump might shut down the government. Was it next week?
15th. Yeah.
15th? Okay? So we're looking at that. All right, we're looking at wars and rumors of wars, different countries. Look at what's going on in Venezuela right now.
Right.
Okay, so these are all things that's showing you that we're at the end, man. You know, and that's creating a lot of uncomfortable situations for a lot of people. You know, like everything is even the grinding season, man. You know, all these different companies shutting down, liquidating, all that stuff, man. What do you think that's all about?
Right. And hey, hopefully he does a full government shutdown, all right? And he just keeps that going, man. Because these people, it's showing you that these people don't learn. They don't learn from nothing, man. They don't learn from experience. They have no common sense. So he does a partial shutdown. They're crying, bitching and moaning, oh my gosh, we need the government open again. It opens and they run right back to the same jobs, you know? To think that they would learn that this is an uncertain job. If you're working in the government, with the conflict between the so-called Democrats and Republicans and so on and so forth, it's not a good time right now to have that kind of job. Because he already said that, what? He didn't even say we're going to keep it open permanently. He said we're going to shut it back down again. So you out here like, oh, it's back up. Let me go back to work again, you know what I mean? Let me get another promotion at this job. When he shuts it down and he doesn't open it back up again, then what are you going to do? You know? So whom will you seek for help? Because these people don't trust in the Lord.
Real quick, he probably only opened it back up because of the Baphomet Bowl. You know, so the football players and all that shit could get back and forth to where they need to. Now that shit's over. Yep. So now you got to kind of worry about, okay, now, you know, the government shut down again. What's next? What are they going to leverage next to get him to end the shutdown next?
That's a very good point. That's a very, very good point. You know, so now you got to think about that. Now notice they had the drill in LA. All right, it was basically like a martial law drill. All right, and you know they talking about it's for military training to get the police and stuff used to the terrain. You know, Why? Why don't they go train in the Middle East and get used to that terrain? Since that's where they're going to be fighting. They're doing it here because they're getting ready to use it on you people. If you notice, all the drills involve civilians. You know, in a situation where the civilians are this is how you take care of them. Jade Helm 2015. You know?
Yeah, I was gonna say that the whole Jade Helm 2015, it was basically them training on American soil. You know, they were doing all these drills, and you notice, like the brother said, every time there's a so-called terrorist attack, there was always a drill before that. You know, right? That's a play.
Yeah. Because there was one under it that was kind of bigger. This one was much smaller.
You know, but they were doing all these different drills, and if you notice, every time there's a drill, there's always a so-called terrorist attack after it, man. You know, and now we're in the times where normally the whole we're getting into March real soon. You know, March 22nd, which is the day for Skull and Bones. Okay, then we're gonna get into May 1st. Yeah, exactly. You know, Illuminati birthday, all that stuff. So the sacrifices are gonna start taking place, man. Yeah. So they gotta get ready. Plus the government shutdown. Who knows what kind of chaos is gonna ensue? So they need to prepare for that. You know, they need to prepare for that because, like the brother said, if you were training your troops to go overseas, okay, for war, which really you don't need to have troops over there because now you have nuclear missiles. Yeah. So you just drop a couple of them and then you disintegrate everybody over there, you know. But they're training these troops so they can come after you. Okay, all they gotta do is just disguise themselves, put on the UN troop uniform, and be out here because under I believe posse comitatus, they're not allowed to use U.S. troops on U.S. soil against U.S. citizens, man. So of course that's why they're gonna have to bring in the UN troops to do that stuff, man. You know. But we know Esau's a devil, so he can just disguise his guys, make them wear this UN troop shit, come in here and just start fucking shit up. You know, he put these KKK members to come into the so-called black neighborhoods because they know the KKK members are not gonna go fight against their own people in Alabama and shit. So they're gonna bring them over here to Jersey and New York where they don't know you and they hate niggas. Okay, and that's where they're gonna come after you, man.
Oh well, they showed that in the first Purge, the movie. How they had mercenaries disguise themselves and come in there and start killing people. You know, they show you that because Esau, one way or the other, he's gonna get his agenda, however means necessary. You know,
by consent and conquest.
That's it. You know, one way or the other, he's gonna get what he wants because he's been blessed with the powerful sword, and he's coming down. All right, he's coming down with great wrath, man. He's coming down and he wants his agenda. All right, and they look, man. The bigger the request, the bigger the sacrifice. You know, they teach you that in alchemy, man. You know, now what's it called? Esau, one of his New World Order, knows he has to present Satan with a big sacrifice. That's why he's gonna kill a lot of people in the time of Jacob's trouble. You know, a lot of blood is gonna be shed, man. Okay, a whole lot of blood is gonna be shed. So they're gonna really put hell on this place, man, before they bring the order. Okay, so when they bring that martial law troops and they start killing people, man, and they claim it's in the name of order, all right, a lot of these people are gonna be unaware because when the drills was happening in LA, dudes was like, yo, what the hell is going on? You know, what's going on here? They don't know what's going on. They're hearing explosions. You know, they're lost. All right, and the Lord said what? He's gonna defend. He's gonna protect his men. So when that happens, man, we're not worried about this, that, and the third. We know that this is gonna come. All right, we knew that this was gonna come, man.
Right now,
There's the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come.
Devil, which is the so-called white man, all right, because he's the deceiver, like we said.
God, it says, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
How does he know that? By the signs, all right? The signs of the end of the world. Us prophesying, and these prophecies coming to pass. More and more brothers and sisters waking up, okay? That's why they're making their moves, you know? Now they have us Israelites in the news. Now it's okay to start talking and bringing out the Hebrew Israelites, you know? Because that's only one step closer. Now we can demonize them. Now we can persecute them. Now we can make our move on them, you know, because ultimately they know they have a short time. All right, so when they seeing all these things come to pass, they're like, damn, yo, these niggas, they onto something, you know. They're like, hold up, they talked about this, boom, it's happening here. Oh shit, they said this, oh, they actually get them, you know. Now they're like, all right, we estimated maybe we had like 5 years to get this to come to pass, all right, and then boom, they see these things happening, I cut it down to 3 years. Boom, now they start getting desperate, you know. So when they get desperate, they get sloppy, all right. But they start getting desperate, that means they come down with great wrath. Because these elites, what they like to do is they like to move slow by they like to use the boiling frog method, you know. The boiling frog method, basically, if you throw a frog in hot water, it's gonna jump right out because it's obviously gonna feel the heat. But if you put it in warm water and you slowly turn up the heat, it's not gonna notice and it's gonna die. That's what these elites do. All right, it's called silent weapons. Okay, so they hit you with these different. They desensitize the people to making their agenda the new norm. Slowly but surely, they get in there. But what? When the time comes that they know, yo, we don't have much time to be doing this slow shit, they're gonna just come down. You know what? We're the devil, but this is what we're gonna do, and you're gonna do shit about it.
That's at the point where they come down on you with great wrath, because as of right now, everybody thinks that America is where it's at. This whole time, they've been desensitizing people with through media, music, all that stuff. It's called silent weapons for silent wars. Okay?
Silent weapon for quiet wars. It's the name of a chapter in the book, Behold the Pale Horse.
You know, and that what that all entails is what they're using all these different things like the media and education, so-called education, different mediums to push a certain narrative and ultimately create a docile society. Okay, people who are brought up to serve and not to think for themselves. You know, there's something called a standardized test. Everyone is on one plane, one accord, so there's no someone thinking outside the box. You go to school, they teach everybody to think together, group think. Okay, there's no such thing as, they don't encourage individual thought. Because once you start thinking like that, that means you're one who could question authority.
Rebellious.
You're rebellious. They don't want that.
They'll say you got what's that? ODD, oppositional defiance disorder.
Yep. You know, and that's why that's why there's this thing called what? That's why you're the devil, because these are attributes of a devil, man. Yeah. Someone who's deceiving you. Someone's making you think that you're actually better than you really are. Okay, telling you that yo, you just get a degree, which goes back into Freemasonry. All right, and people in this society uphold that shit to the point where they know they're doing it. Oh, I'm just about this degree, bro. But you get out and you're still a slave like everybody else. You're not special no more. What happened? You know?
And really, the public school system, it lowers ambition. It lowers the goals of our people, and it creates things like that. You know? Jake, hey man, I'm feeling alone, man. All right, I'm feeling alone. But you know, like the brother was saying, man, it creates clones and puppets where people are afraid to be alone, so instead they be a clone. You know, if the curriculum is this, that, and that, they're gonna go with it and eat it up. School teaches you not to ask questions. What they'll tell you is, it's okay to ask a question, right? It's okay to ask a question as long as the teacher can answer it, you know? But when we start questioning what the teacher is teaching, then it's a problem. But if you're asking a question that the teacher can clarify, it's okay, you know? And they shut you down real quick, you know? And that's Esau's thing, man. What Esau's trying to do is he's trying to shut down any chances of exceptionally talented Jakes making it anywhere. For example, during the time of slavery, hey man, you had a lot of geniuses that were born, you had a lot of talented Jakes that were born, but they didn't have the exposure or the ability or the platform to be able to express that. Michael Jackson was a great dancer, great singer, but what? He was able to actually express that. In slavery, they would have shut that down because you're born in shackles, all you do is pick a cotton and get your ass beat, you know? So at what point do you have to express that? You don't. See?
And for those who were able to express it, Esau took it. Esau took it and put a patent on it and called it a copyright and said, "Listen, it's my shit now."
Yep.
It's countless examples. Like,
what's his name?
the inventors of the internet, broadband. Okay, it wasn't so-called white people who created that. The concept of airplanes, it wasn't so-called white people that created that. The concept of even cars, okay, it wasn't so-called white people who created all these things. Even currency, you know what I'm saying? All these different things. When I say currency, I'm talking about electricity and even money too, of course. You know, yeah. You know, so that's Esau took literally everything that Jake is all about, the talents, and even to today, you look at how Jake runs everything, man. Now somebody was telling me this yesterday at work. He said, "Yo, so-called black people are running shit now, bro." And I was like, "Why you say that?" He said, "Yo, bro, they're the trendsetters, man. You know, I'm Spanish, but I'm telling you this because like black people, like all the white bitches like black niggas now. You know, Spanish bitches is jumping to black niggas, and the black bitches are getting typed because of that. You know, you look at all the trends in society right now, it's all made by people, bro. So like black people always been like that. Even the culture back in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, you know, they came up all this pop music, all that stuff, bro. That's all black people shit. You know? And I was like, yeah, you're right, bro. And that's because what? Judah is the head. You know? And it's just a representation of who our people are. We're lively, like the scripture said, we're the salt of the earth, man. You know? But Esau tries with so many different ways to keep our people down. Okay, keeping us in ghettos. Okay, making sure the education system that we get compared to the so-called white people is completely different. You know? Motherfuckers learn about mortgages and taxes and all that shit, and we are learning about fucking Harriet Tubman and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like who the fuck cares about Harriet Tubman, bro? Black History Month. Black History Month, and then you look, it's just a spit in your faces, man. It's an enslavement of the blood. Exactly. You got Black History Month is the shortest month, and then what happens during Black History? Everything that's dope, like the Super Bowl. You know, these little different things to distract you from even Valentine's Day. Look at that. President's Day. So all these things is to what? To take your mind off of you having that so-called month that they're giving you. You know? That's it. And like you said, it's really enslavement of the mind. And yeah, it's enslavement of the mind. Okay, because they're teaching you black. They're telling you you're black, and then they try to give you a so-called incentive. Oh, here we'll give you 1 month out of 12 months. All right, so you can celebrate stigma that we put on you. You know, so you can enjoy being black. You know, we'll Martin Luther King, Michael Jackson, all these different things. All right, but look, if Esau's give you a privilege to do something, you got to think twice about it because it might not necessarily be good for you. All right, if your enemy is telling you I'm gonna do something good for you, you gotta double check that, man. All right, because it tells you, man. Can we read Psalm 58? You still have it? No, let's get that one. It tells you, man, that these devils, there's no good in their heart. Okay, especially toward us Israelites, man. They hate us, like the scriptures say, with a perpetual hatred. Okay, so there's nothing that they're gonna think toward us that's good. There's nothing they're gonna do for us that's good. Okay, that's why we call them the devil, because they will deceive you into thinking that they're for your benefit, but they're not. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 58, verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
When you go into that word astray, it means sin. All right, they go off. They sin as soon as they come out the womb, man. So just like the Lord said, He ordained the prophets in the wombs, and you know what I mean, so on and so forth. These Edomites, all right, they've been wicked from the womb, man. Because like I gave the analogy, man, it's a wicked seed. Okay, if you put a wicked seed in the earth, it's gonna be wicked in the earth. It's gonna be wicked when it sprouts out the earth. It's gonna be wicked when it becomes a tree, and it's gonna be wicked when it bears a fruit. Okay? At no point in there is it going to be righteous because the root, the core of it is wicked. The core of it is off, it's wrong. Okay? And that's what these devils are, man. These devils are wicked from the womb, man. When there's a little Edomite baby or a grown-up Edomite man, how do you think the man became what he became, man? Did he not at one point start off as a baby? And don't tell me no nurture stuff. Oh, they were brought up. No, that's their nature, man. By nature, these Edomites are like that. That's why the scriptures tell you they were driven from among men. They live like beasts. Okay?
There's a book of Sirach, chapter 13, verse 5. It says, if thou have anything, he will live with thee, yea. There's a book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 13, verse 3. The rich man hath done wrong, and yet he threateneth withal.
Yep.
The poor is wrong, and he must entreat also.
Exactly. Here it is. You got Esau who has done wrong, but anybody says something about it, whoa, 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 hold up, whoa. That's a red light. You can't be, no, we gotta put him out. Kill his ass. You know? Yo man, Pearl Harbor, you gonna drop bombs on them, right? And then because you wronged them, and when they say something against it, whoa, hold up, drop the bombs. You know? Unnecessary wickedness, unnecessary violence, because what? They're wicked, man. They're evil. They're just off. Okay? And that's what they do, man. That is their power. They've been blessed with the sword, so like a bully, they go around just doing whatever they want to do. And it says the poor man is wrong, and yet has to entreat, man. Here it is. We went through all this. We're still at the bottom, all right? But yeah, we the ones who we gotta come to Esau for stuff. You know? We don't get no reparations, all right? We're at the bottom, we're suffering, but yet we have to beg, you know? You go ask for a loan, and they're like, why should we give you this loan? Motherfucker, you got places like Atna and all these different companies benefiting from our enslavement, all right? But yet we gotta suffer, we gotta beg you guys for stuff. That's unrighteous degrees, man. That is unrighteousness. That is wicked.
So-called Japanese people got their reparations. So-called Jewish people got their reparations. All the other groups that have been wronged by America have gotten their reparations. The only people that America has no interest in paying reparations to is the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
Because Spain should be paying reparations to the whole Caribbean and to South America and Central America. You know, part of the Caribbean too. The British should be paying reparations too, right? But they don't care. We're the one group, and I'm going to say one group because although we're different subgroups, our group, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we're one group. We're a nation of Israelites. We're the ones that they do not care how bad they wronged us. They are not going to admit and apologize or nothing.
Yep. Beautifully said. You know, beautifully said, man. And on top of that, they continue to mistreat us. They put us on the bottom. They sold us. They packed us on slave ships like sardines. Okay? Like sardines, man. Literally shackled up next to each other, put in uncomfortable positions. All right? When you gotta use the bathroom, you gotta defecate, you doing it on yourself. You know? You having a baby, it's gonna be right there in them shackles. You know? The stench of somebody's death right next to you, a dead body, a corpse right next to you, well, they don't give a fuck. You know? All those different things that our people were put in, all right? The wickedness and the trouble they were put in, even in the slave ports, all right? Before getting put on the slave ships to go through more hell, before getting brought to this place, man, it's just hell over hell over hell, okay? Hey, man, the lifespan, all right, in certain places was only like 30-something years old, okay? Why? Because they had our people doing certain works that you wouldn't be able to live long in. The sugar factories, all right? There was a machine that they had to use, which it took a very long time to heat it up, you know? So once they heated it up, they did not turn off the machine. So if a slave got caught in there, all right, and they would be killed and stuff, they're like, leave it. You know what I mean? Let them get grinded up in there, because we don't have time to stop the machine and then have to restart it again. So we were just objects, you know? And then at the slave ports, they had a room where they would keep all the gold and so on and so forth. They kept humans in there, man. They kept slaves there, man. Barely any ventilation, and we went there, okay? Barely any ventilation in there, all right? The torturous conditions our people were put in, they had something called a door of no return. That door was so small, man. Look, and if you were unfortunate and you were a big kind of person, man, you were a little on the heavy side. Well, you know what I mean. You're gonna have to wait till you lose that weight to go through that door, or you're gonna die right there. After that, they put you on the ships overseas, send you to land you don't even know. All right, and then they subject you to more torture and more hell over there. All right, and that was your life. That was your lot. You know, to suffer it, to get separated from your families, all right, and just get put to work 24/7, okay? But yet we speak out against that and we're evil. We call you the devil for doing that and we're evil, you know?
Just to give a picture of that door of no return, how small it was, brother, if you get the sun, just imagine half of this sun, this board here, just half of it, so either from here to here or from there to here. That's how much space you have to go through. With exactly, and you have a chain on your neck, which is tied to the one in front of you and somebody behind you, and also shackles on your foot and your arms. So you're literally like this the whole time. You can't turn left or right, and you go through that little door. And when you get there, it's so short, you gotta bend down. So if you're tall, oh man, you know, if you're a bit on the chubby side, you gotta lose some weight. So they put you through that. You bend over, go through that little small door, and that's the end of it. You get into the boats and ships, and that's it.
Going to your death right there.
And you know, as you're on the ship, you know, some people are seasick. So they kept throwing up, you know, people were, you know, defecating on themselves. You have to stay there and deal with that, man. That's disgusting, you know? But that's how you were brought here. It wasn't through some cruise ships, you know? Like you guys like to think. It wasn't no cruise ships. It was cargo slave ships. Hardcore on the, you know? So this actually happened.
Yeah.
Okay? This actually happened, and that experience, I believe it was a 6-month trip from there over here on ship.
Yeah.
It was 6 months, right?
There.
6 months of being in conditions like this. You telling me the Holocaust is worse than this? If it actually ever happened?
So-called Holocaust.
This is a real Holocaust, man.
These are human beings, man. Look how they got them packed up. Look at that. You could look, if you don't look closely, you'd be like, what the hell is this? But that's and they had layers. So you have the upper layer and they got them like this. Then you got the bottom layer and they got them like that. You know? Like animals, man. And the thing is, they didn't only do that to us, they did that to the northern tribes. Okay, they did worse. Alright, they did worse things to them, man. You know, they were and like you said, man, they haven't done they still benefited from it, alright? And they have not been paid back for it. Okay, but when we speak about the payment, because look, for something like this, man, for the condition we're in, we need divine intervention to judge. We need the Most High to be the judge of that, man. We need the Most High to step in and bring the righteous judgment for that.
That's right.
Because there's no human on earth that can do it. And we're giving out the sentence right now of what needs to be done, but who the hell is going to be the one to accomplish it, to enforce it? We don't have the power to do that, you know? We don't have the power to do that, but hey, blessed be us, blessed be Israel, that we have the power of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, because he's going to enforce it, man.
That's right.
He did not forget about us.
That's right.
He saw everything that happened, man. Every last Israelite that was murdered and brutally, horrifically killed, he saw every last one of it. All right? And as angry as he was at us, he's even more angry at you. Forwarded the affliction? Zephaniah 3 and 18. Zephaniah. You know? So you know, like I'm saying, man, easy because the Most High already hates you. You know? And on top of that, this is what you did to chosen people, man. You took it overboard. Alright? And you laughed at it, man. You laughed at it, you had jokes, you had parties around it, you know? Oh, did you hear about the nigger that I hung last week?
It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 1, verse 15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
See? The Lord was but a little displeased, and they forwarded the affliction, man.
And it says, therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, I am returned to Jerusalem with mercies. My house shall be built in it, saith the Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai of hosts.
So yeah, the point was in there about they forwarded the affliction, man. There's a scripture that says It says, they whose lot was not to drink of the cup have surely drunken of it. Okay? So for you Edomites, man, you're going to have it worse.
Isaiah 47, verse 5. Sit thou in silence and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, but thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms. I was wroth with my people, and I have polluted mine inheritance, and have given them into thine hands. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient thou hast very heavily laid thy yoke.
And hey man, they showed us no mercy, all right, with all the different things that they did, man. Now I'll give you a scenario. When you upset at your child for doing something and you whoop their ass, it's fine, you can do that. But if somebody else put their hands on your child, man, the things you want to do to that person is on a whole nother level. All right? It's on a whole nother level, man, because they don't have a right to do that kind of stuff. Okay?
Verse 7. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. So thou didst not lay these things to thine heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it.
That's it. So when they were doing all these atrocities and committing all these things, they thought that, you know what, we're gonna have it like this forever. We're gonna be good. So they didn't consider, hey, you know what, all these things that we're doing, knowing that these are God's chosen people, there's probably gonna be some judgment at the end of this. You know, we should probably chill because the Most High is probably, you know what I mean, gonna do something to us for this. They didn't consider that. That's why they were able to do so much wickedness, you know, with no conscience telling them, yo, these are actually human beings. You know, these are actually the Lord's people. You know, they could care less, man. Whether you were an infant, whether you were old lady, you were old man, they could care less, man. All right, brutally, man, cruelty. Oh, all right, that's what these devils had, and then they gonna put on a freaking two-piece suit, shaving face, and look at your face and laugh at you. All right, smile in your face. Hey, how you doing? Oh, Billy, Tyrone, nice to have you here. We're looking forward to working with you. No, they're looking forward to you working for them. You know.
Tyrones don't normally get hired into good places like that. You know, if you got the name Tyrone, you know your application's not getting looked at. So that you can forget about that. That's part of the system of oppression. You know, they call it equal employment, something like that. You know, but then your name, the moment they see your name, they're like, nah, you definitely not getting to go back.
You know, it's lies.
Lies, yeah, exactly.
You know, they just say things that they don't even honor their own laws. You know, like the whole thing in Venezuela. You know, aren't these the same motherfuckers that said, yo, democracy? You know what I mean? That's how we get our presidents and so on and so forth. But you're gonna put some nigga in there on some, yo, we choosing him, we're gonna put him in there. They didn't vote for him. You know, showing you, man, this devil has no integrity. He's a liar, and he's just a devil. You know, that's just straight up, man. Anybody with common sense can see that this man, all right, Esau is the devil, man. Let me Job 9:24. All right, and they've been given a power for a short time to accomplish all these things, man, to do all these things. Okay, but understand, the Most High is not unrighteous, man. The Most High is going to bring judgment.
Isaiah 47, verse 8. Therefore hear now this, thou art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that saith in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, nor for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments.
Oh boy. So the Most High said, these two things which these devils thought they never could go out of power. You know, they said, you know what? Like you said, I'm a lady. You know what I mean? We gonna enjoy our rulership. We gonna stay on top forever. All right. But the Most High said what? The judgment that's coming for these devils is gonna come in perfection. Okay, to the fullest extent, man. If you could kill somebody, the worst way to kill somebody, that's how they're gonna be killed. Okay? And it's gonna happen to them in that day, man. It's not gonna be, oh, you know what? This is a bitter drink, so you can drink it little by little. No, you're gonna chug that whole thing down your throat. All right?
Jeremiah 25, verse 29. So like Jeremiah 25, verse I'll start at 27. It says, therefore thou shalt say unto them, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the power of Israel, drink ye and be drunken, and spew and fall and rise no more, because of the sword which I will send among you. And if it shall be, if they refuse to take the cup at thy hand to drink, then shalt thou say unto them, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, ye shall certainly drink it. Ye shall certainly drink. For lo, I began to bring an evil on the city which is called by my name. And should ye be utterly unpunished, ye shall not be unpunished. For I will call a sword, for I will call for a sword upon all the inhabitants of the earth, saith Yahweh of hosts.
That's it. So and that's what we're doing now. We're giving them the sentence, all right, which is that cup that they're gonna drink. Okay, we're gonna fill that cup onto them double. And we're giving them the sentence of what it is that they're gonna be going through. And guess what? If these motherfuckers are so proud, they're like, nah, that's not gonna happen. We're not gonna do that. You surely gonna do it. Okay? The Most High is gonna make sure, because when look, man, you release, all right, Jacob Rothschild, your ugly ass, man. The second Yahweh Shai gets in here, man, you devils are done. You devils are through. You're through now. But the second the Lord says some back, man, you devils are finished. Okay? That cup, you're gonna drink of it, man. It's gonna be with haste. It's gonna be real quick, man. Like the scriptures say, we're gonna come to your bunkers, wherever you at, we're gonna come find you. That's why the Most High is gonna change our bodies. So ain't gonna be no limitations. Oh, hold up, let me get my astronaut suit so I can go find them in space. Fuck that. All right? We gonna come for you, man. You underground, the hell's that gonna do? You know? These devils really think that they can use the materials the Lord created to hide from the Lord. You know?